Radical.
Welcome to part 2 of Radical Rapid Fire Comment Response for July 26th through August the 1st, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Hazy Clouds, 81. What? He-Man dies? More than once? So the revelation is essentially women better than men? Pass. Give me the OG cartoon any day over this crap. Thanks for the heads up, Rick. Again, continue with the theme of people thanking me, Now, I will say the animation is, of course, better than the original. The animation in the original was just funny to look at, and inherently funny, and some of the voices very funny, So that's really the only edge this one has over the original, okay? The original was much better, so if you want to watch He-Man, well, if you actually want to watch He-Man, the only way to actually watch He-Man, which supposedly, the main character of the fucking show, then you have to go all the way back to the 80s and watch the original. Silver Music Box. This movie sounds like an attempt to try and make paying high prices for old games is still the hip thing to do. Was it ever really the hip thing to do? The in thing to do? The trendy thing to do? I don't think it is. I think it's a subculture of humanity that will pay $30,000 to $40,000 for stadium events. I think it's like the subculture of humanity. Psych Vendor Cock. Radical. Feels good to do that. I used to do that a lot. I actually have a audio file where I went through and I had multiple takes to try to perfect it. That wasn't even the best, I think. I have some that, were really, really stellar here, That's all. That's all. TFan G1. I'm confused. You mentioned at the beginning of the video that you had some time away from work? Wait, you mean you can have a YouTube channel and actually have a job other than pushing a Patreon and Super Chat donate-a-thon? Huh? Who knew? Maybe someone should tell Cody. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. It's possible to have a job and then to come and upload on YouTube, especially in the case of Cody, because he doesn't even upload daily, does he? So the question that should be asked by people, by his audience specifically, is what exactly is keeping you from going to work? I mean, not every place is terrible. Cody, you don't have to work at GameStop. You can actually go work somewhere else. Ross Robertson. If you shoot into the ground, there's a good chance it will ricochet unless it's dirt and grass. Shooting in the air isn't good either because that bullet has to come down somewhere. Yeah, I recommended that if Boogie was going to shoot, which he shouldn't have shot, that he should have actually shot, at the ground and not in the air. But I failed to actually mention that it didn't look like there was a lot of dirt at the area he would have shot, So, if it was a country type area with a lot of dirt in the ground, then yeah, you're right there. So, that's a great point there, Ross. Gamer Guy 1975. Some people have no life. I personally thank you for your content. Again. Thank you for your content as it shows what manipulative YouTubers we should avoid. You should avoid just donating YouTubers, number one. But, especially the ones that are very, very manipulative. And not everyone can actually sense the manipulation. Hence, there's a reason for me and anyone else, that wants to upload something to YouTube, calling out someone specifically like Camelot331 or Metal Jesus. Someone just talked about, remember a couple days ago, his comment baiting, not mentioning the TurboGraf as far as shooters. Just the techniques, the methods that YouTubers will do from time to time. It's helpful to have people out actually just educating others on essentially, YouTube itself. Essentially. Chris, I watched that Camelot video and cried as well because I was laughing so hard. You talk about the crying video where he cried, he shed tears because I got no friends. I got no friends. No friends for me. Give me some friends. I need friends. Friends with money. He wants the friends with money. Yeah, that's a. I mean, I don't blame you for laughing. You know, and laughing so hard that you cried. You know, but that's actually something that happens. Have you ever saw something so funny? I remember certain episodes of South Park. You know, that where I just like I laughed so hard I cried. Specifically, the NASCAR episode. Fuck you, Danica Patrick. That's I think it was called Poor and Stupid. It's one of the funniest episodes ever. Jeff Brister, White Knight, you're obsessed with my favorite YouTuber. Also White Knight, I donate hundreds of dollars per stream when my favorite YouTuber goes live. Bingo! Great point there, Jeff. How can you come here and tell me that I'm obsessed for calling out someone for their YouTube uploads being fraudulent, for their shameless e-begging, when you actually are the one that's propping them up, giving them hundreds, if not thousands of dollars? How can you tell me I'm obsessed? That's rich. And I'm not talking about, Cucumber Man. Lone Wolf Fang. They used 3 accounts to post a comment towards you? If they did, damn, that's just sad. There are a lot of sad people in the world. And I hope the person and persons that do these type of things and come by know and understand that other than a slight annoyance, anything you type does not bother me whatsoever. I mean, you're putting yourself to much more of a bother to make all these fraudulent accounts to come here for me just to simply hit ban. That's all I have to do. Ban? Well, that's really difficult to ban. You know? I mean, come on, what the fuck? You would have a better look actually just uploading something to YouTube talking about your grievance towards me or whatever the fuck your problems are. And people have so many problems, with truth tellers, but, I don't know. King of Salt. Saltning? King of Saltning? Like lightning, but salt. Bleach is getting a new chapter next month for the 20th anniversary of the series. Damn it, I need to catch up on, following the Bleach news. I've been so knee-deep in Amico news, now I can go back to Bleach news, which is actually something that I like, something I follow, something I'm excited about. But now that the Amico, I think it's pretty much shit-canned, I believe. I don't even know if it's coming out. I don't think it. 2022, really? I don't know. They'll kick that can down the road. Hey, pop quiz. Pop question. I'll pose to all of you. Which you think has a better chance of coming out next year? The John Hancock Game Museum or the Amico? Groove Raider. Not all GameStops are created equal. I happen to live near a GameStop and their garbage is accessible. Over the years, I've collected a shitload of undamaged video games, peripherals, consoles, and promotional materials. Yeah, not all are created equal. I don't personally know the one closest to me. I've not scoped its location. I'm not having any thoughts of dumping in that dumpster and everything. Not consciously, but subconsciously. If I could get me like a Shadow of War or Mordor promotional display, I'm telling you, that would be something. Jolis Parsec. Who the heck is this weirdo in my recommendations? Sounds like a wannabe Griffin Gaming, methinks. I think you're referring to me. My response to you was, who the hell are you, weirdo? Let me guess. Another bitch like Griffin Gaming who donates to see Rich take off his clothes? I like chicks, man, but you and Griffin Gaming have fun with all that. Mike Coolgreen. Boogie2988 is the kind of guy that would sit on a guy until the time of their death and blames mental health for that guy dying. Oh, man. Could you imagine a worse way to die? I can imagine, a better way to die. Maybe, Scarlett Johansson, sitting on me. She's not heavy. She probably wouldn't kill me from sitting on me. But smothering me to death? I don't know. That'd be I'm just thinking of, the most pleasant ways of dying. Or maybe that chick from Modern Family. The Spanish chick with the really big gazongas. Maybe, being smothered to death by her. But Boogie? No, that'd be the worst way of dying. P.O. Box Christmas. Yeah, man, Pete is already being sarcastic and passive-aggressive in his videos now. You can tell he's starting to crack a bit more with each video. He doesn't seem to have too many more Amico days ahead of him. Yes, his Amico days might be numbered. I think what kind of got to him as a collector is the fact that Amico didn't have really any collectible media. The thing is, it's such a failure on so many fronts. At least they could hang their hat if it was physical media that, it's a collectible item. But it's not collectible as it currently is. So that's going to ruin a lot. Ironically, a lot of the people that would, be devoted to getting something like that. The Winged Avenger. To those who are watching this video in December of 2028, it's the 10th anniversary of the original release of this legendary trilogy of scathing critical satire. Besides being hilarious, this was a painful triple blow to e-beggars, and it made the most popular gaming YouTubers tone down their panhandling it for years. A grand salute to all of you from the distant year 2021. Yeah, you're talking about the trilogy. This is what you left on, the Basement Leak trilogy, which will live in infamy on this channel as being one of the most important uploads I would say anyone ever uploaded in regards to retro gaming. When that was uploaded at the end of 2018, I think a lot of people had already, been fed up, but they, came across that upload, and then Metal Jesus' followers came. Maybe he sent some to try to silence me. He came to the channel, and he never came back. And then you had Woodhawker, you had a lot of other people, trying to defend Metal Jesus, and then they started looking silly in the defense, so they just kind of they eased off and everything like that. But most importantly, that series of uploads created a conversation around e-begging in the retro game communities on YouTube that still goes on to this day.